guys. I'm coming. What a day. Can you hear and see okay? And I forgot to set ultra low latency, so we're definitely going to have a lag. Hi, Vic. Oops, I need to bring my mouse over real quick. Forgot that. I have to do something real quick. All right. There we go. All right. So these are last week's boxes that we did, all the shapes and sizes with the same color palette. My tester box did not dry that bad. I'm actually not minding that. Could do a little embellishing and make those petals more prominent, but this box had a flaw, so it was just a tester box. But I'm happy with it. The cell stayed nice. But it was a good thing to test that on that instead of wasting a box top. Then we did a little round one for the trinket boxes. And I did the playing card box top. All these are from Hobby Lobby, except for that big square one that's from Michael's. Then we did our long box. Love the way this dried. Super pretty. I see that, Brian. And then this is the little purse when we get it together. This is all going to be stained. These will be resined on the sides, but it's a cute little purse. So that was what we did last week. So do you think we have most people here, Shell? I can't wait, Shelly. My bad, my bad. Alright, so most of you know that I took Miss Ellie to the vet today for an x-ray. I want to see if I can get it to show up on the screen. Do you see these little skeletons? All the little vertebrae and the heads. Joy, I wish. She said 3, possibly 4. One may be hiding behind her intestines, but they couldn't tell for sure. I know, Bonnie, it's so hard to see it, and I'm so sorry. I wish they could do this different to actually show. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Maybe that'll help a little bit. So here is the head. Here is the body. And then we have a head here and a body. They're not sure if this one's behind the intestine or in front, because there's a skeletal system here. Her nippies look good, huh? And there may be one hiding behind here because there was a lot of bone there. So there could be 4. Who knows? There could be 5. We won't know till she delivers. There's nothing else they can do to tell me if there's more. Brian, there's not 5 behind there. Stop scaring me. She's not having 9 puppies. So I'm excited because now I know for sure she's got more than one. I was worried if it was a singleton. They're usually big puppies and they can cause problems. But she kind of gave me a look and I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for my dog to have a litter of puppies. I'm doing it for me. Hi, Joanne. So I'll show that again later for the ones that come in late. So I don't have to keep pulling it up. So Vicky has a wrench now because they don't have screwdrivers. But she's only allowed to post one thing. So Shelly and Brian, you keep an eye on her. You might have to put her in timeout. Kathy, I was with Vic when her Irish setter had, Vic, was it 15 or 17 puppies? I can't remember. It was a lot. Because she started at 7 o'clock in the morning and she wasn't done until 7 o'clock at night. I know it was a lot of puppies. So, yeah, and my cats have had kittens. 15, that's what I thought. She had a lot of puppies. And I've been with my sister-in-law when her dog had a C-section. So we were shaking the puppies and rubbing them. So it's not something that I'm afraid of. But when it's your own dog, you're always a little more nervous. Yeah, holy crap, right, Kath? That's a lot of puppies. We had fun with all those puppies, too, because we were young back then. So, below in the description, I posted a link to Olga's video. This was the very first place that I ever saw this done. We're going to do it tonight. Just kind of a run-through. Lori Houston does them now, the flower pops. And Tiffany does them as well. So we're just going to kind of do it the way that, the old school way that I saw Olga do it. And we're going to show you guys how to do that tonight. And if we have time, I'll also do another reverse swipe and get up closer so you can see how to pull that paint over. Yeah, I've seen a lot of dogs have big litters. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos that scared me this week. So I need to stay away from that. So everything that I had planned to talk to the vet about today, she kind of dismissed it all. Like, it's a natural process. Let her do her thing. She doesn't need prenatal vitamins. Give her puppy food, which we've been doing. And just let her do her thing. Bring the puppies in at 6 weeks to get them dewormed. And we go from there. And I'm like, wow. So all these breeders that I watch on YouTube, they do everything totally different. So I'm going to do what my vet tells me to do because Ellie is her patient. And I don't want to step on her toes. Aw, that's sweet, Cecilia. Alright, guys, so I am not going to use silicone for this because we're going to use the black cell activator when we blow the flower out. And this could be a little lengthy process. And I don't want to bring you up any higher because then you really can't see anything. Okay. So I am going to swipe with white. So I need to get some colors down. And what colors I put down will be the colors of the flowers. And no, Vic, I'm not using yellow. So, cheehaw. You won't see it as well in white. Yeah, she'll do fine, Joy. They weighed her. She gained 3 pounds. Finn was at 14 something today. No, was it 13? I can't remember. So, but he's still so stinking cute, and the vet just still loves him. So, it was cute. Alright, so I'm going to pick some colors out. I'm going to put Victoria's Muscadine wine in there because I do need a dark contrast. And let's try some knockoff. And let's put, we'll do some gold. And I think I want to try putting the eggplant in there because that'll be another shade. And that might be it. I think 4 colors is enough. I don't know if, yeah, it should be enough highlight. Vic and Brian, behave now. So I'm not using any silicone because we're going to use the cell activator, so we'll get our cells there. We want the back to be cell-free. Let's just say that. We did, Joanne, 3 to 4. So we know she's having at least 3. And I felt them move last night, so I was excited. I only felt 2. I only felt 2. I just spilled my tea. I got a little excited. Hang on. I've been kind of a nervous wreck this week, waiting to take her. So that's why. There you go, Shelly. Put them both in timeout. Okay. Let's start with... Let's start with knockoff up here. Just trying to decide if I want to go that way or if I want to go this way. Let's go this way. So you're just squirting it on, because we're going to use the palette knife a little bit. And I do want to get it close enough to the edge so it does run over. So we don't want to leave that blank. But you don't need a pile of paint at the very end either, because you're going to pull that paper towel. Alright, let's do Mo's eggplant. We are changing the names of all the colors. If they have a person's name on it, it's going to be gone. So Shelly's Masquerade will no longer be Shelly's Masquerade. It'll just be Masquerade Shimmer. Sorry, Shell. But it just makes it easier for people to reorder. They can't remember the name. Okay, let's put some gold down. And I'm going to have hopefully 3 new colors coming up. I know, Alan. And I spilled it. I spilled at least 3 sips worth. Okay. Yeah, we're going to shorten the names. I already did it on Bentley Blue Old Gold. It's now just Old Gold Metallic, because I had to redo that supply. So when I'm printing new labels, that's when I'm switching them out. So all I'm doing is kind of blending these so I don't have any canvas showing. Because when we blow it, it'll pull down in, hopefully. And I may add more knockoff now that I'm looking at it. But we are going to be against white, so alright, I do want to squirt those sides though, because they're not going to get covered if I don't. I do need to come up a little higher, because I don't want to pull a ton of white over. I'll just move this up. I don't know if we'll pull any flowers, pop any flowers out that high, but at least we'll have something there. Now, I've never done a flower pop, as Lori calls them. Not that I can remember. I may have done it playing around, but I don't think I ever did a video on it. You know, when you've been painting for so long, you forget what you've done. Okay. So let me just put a little bit here and there, because I think that will really show up the shimmer against the dark flowers. Just checking chat. Just checking. Alright, I need some white. No silicone. Alright, let's give it a good heavy dose at the top. I want it to go over. Okay, I'm going to take a paper towel. Normally I use an acetate sheet. Let me just peek and see if I have one here. And I do. Alright, so we're going to use an acetate sheet. No, we're not. It's not wide enough. Darn, neither is the paper towel. Uh-oh. I guess we're going to have to swipe it twice, which I don't like doing. But we don't have a choice. So I'm just misting the paper towel on the end. Alright. So let's go down the middle first. I'm just going to let that paper towel rest there. And we're just going to pull it over. And we do want that white. Doesn't have to be a lot. That's good. It went over the side, covered the sides. I don't think I need to worry about that too much. But I'm still going to pull it just a little bit. Next time, 11 by 14. I would have been okay with an 11 by 14. Mine are all ripped, Susan. I sit out here and rip paper towels. But I hear you. Okay, let's just grab that top edge. I think I might have to fold it in half. I just don't want that line on the side there. And this is fine. This little bit's not going to hurt. I'm not afraid of that. It's hard to do this, the edge. But I could tilt it. Well, I didn't think of that either. But I did try to pull a lot of paint down when I came down. Yeah, I'm not going to tilt it. It's going to get wonky if I do. So if you're going to tilt, you have to either go forward or backwards, because you don't want your lines to get too wonky. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so I can tilt the other side. Alright, what am I stuck on? Okay, that went over, I'm good. Hi, Evelyn. Okay. I'm going to torch that real quick, get that couple of bubbles out. And I do want to fix my edge over here before it dries like that. So that's the one thing, watch your sides, because they do dry fast. Alright, let's play. So I have the Amsterdam cell activator. I had the Amsterdam cell activator. Is that what I dropped? I think it is. Hang on. There it is. It was behind me. It didn't leak like the last one. Can you tell? I've been a little nervous today. Oh, man. That's good, Evelyn. Good to hear. All right. So I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to use my airbrush, because I don't feel like pulling with a straw. And I don't have my little attachment on my blower, so. Not too bad. I do need a little palette knife though. There it is. I just want to make my adjustment before I go to the next one. Okay, you can type in caps, Joella. I get it. Okay, let's put one in the middle, towards the top. Hope my airbrush will reach that far. Make my point. So that little bit here should open up a little bit. And there's Lori. Lori, look what I'm doing. Okay. I like that one, but I did want to try to take a little petal down. I don't want them all the same. Lori's traveling. Alright, so let's start filling in. You could have a lot of fun with this. Different designs. I know Tiffany does the trails and Lori does too. Get my point on that one yet. So you could do more than just 3 petals too. Like this one, I think I'm going to open it up a little bit more. You guys are talking about snow. That's taboo. Keep it up north. Alright, so now I'm going to bring one down farther because I don't want to get too symmetrical here. But I like how you get all the different colors. It's kind of cool. No, Shelly. I will bring you some fake snow and sprinkle it in your front yard. I am behind on Lori's videos. I just want to let you know, Lori, I am going to watch. When I mix paint, I binge watch. I am behind. I've been busy with the puppy. She's got me at her beck and call. It's not fun. So I'm already preparing myself for 10 weeks of HE double hockey sticks. So those are kind of in the background. Now let's see if we can go a little bit bigger. You can, Nate. You could switch between different colors. Yeah. Not that I want to do that, but I'm just saying yes. Make it different. I really like that inside of those. Of course, knockoff is in there, Lori. I think you might have all these colors except for the eggplant, unless you ordered that. Okay, I'm going to do one here, and then I might start connecting them all. I don't know, I might do a couple on the bottom. You can really get carried away with this, because once you do a few, they're really pretty, and you're like, ooh, let's do more. Now I see why Lori likes these. Alright. Maybe like one here. Smaller one. There's a lot of white there, but I think the white will get buried when I do this. You know I'm going to end up going all the way down, right? This is an addiction, Lori. You got that right. I think this is where most of that eggplant is sitting. At the top. Alright, I'm going to use up my cell activator so I can make a fresh one. Wait till you guys see all the ornaments I've made. You're going to see all the videos while Ellie's having babies. I videoed everything. They won't be speaking videos, but they will be Christmas music. Entertainment videos. How's that sound? Okay. I am having fun. I want to put one right here. It's like, when do you know when to stop? When your little heart tells you to stop. I wanted to go a little bit bigger with that one. So it's really not that difficult to do. It's just having control of your blow. And making sure you pick colors that will pop up and be pretty together. So check for color palettes online or watch other videos and see what colors they're using. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little bit. I don't want to use that. I'm going to use regular black. Yes, puppy babies. We're going to have 3 or 4. We got the x-ray today. I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay. Now, I've watched a lot of Lori's videos, but not enough to remember if she did this. But I do remember Olga doing this. And I remember leaving a comment on Olga's video. Flowers are beautiful and your hair is your braid is, how did I say it, on point? Her hair was braided and she was bending over. So I'm just going to do they're probably going to sink. That's what I'm afraid of. Thank you, Darnell. Something new for me. This is the first time I've done this on camera, I think. You guys remember if I've ever done this, please let me know, because, you know, we women get to a certain age and we forget things. And I can't blame it on my blonde hair, because it's not blonde anymore. But I never did like those dumb blonde jokes that Brian used to pick on me all the time. Thanks, Joanne. I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone's comments. I just look over when I'm grabbing black paint. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate you. And I do love you so much, my cousin. Victoria's my rock. Alright, so should I add anything else? Or should I leave it alone? I have this really long leg, so I'll have to wait a minute. I use Creative Inspirations titanium white. Lori calls these flower pops. Olga calls them a blowing swipe. No, it's a swipe with a straw blow. Or blown straw. There's a link to Olga's video down below from over 3 years ago. A long one. Well, that works both ways, Vic. You could probably get away with any white. I wouldn't use Amsterdam, let's just say that. Because I think you would get some lacing in the back, unless you want that. That would be fine if you wanted that. Let me just torch this real quick. I only have a couple bubbles, so. So if it was me just playing, I would be tilting this a little bit, and then I'd lose my flower shapes. Maybe I do want to go in a little bit. This is my regular mix, Susan. 1 part paint, 1 part glue, 2 to 4 parts of Floetrol. I just want to separate just a little bit. Because I get a little picky about that. It's not enough to really see the difference where you're at, but from my standpoint, I can see a little bit. It's another fun thing to try when you're kind of in one of those looking at a canvas trying to figure out what to do. I'm going to cover that up. I don't like that. When you're in a funk, maybe this will give you more inspiration to try something else, but it should take you out of the funk. I think I got them all. Because I'm in a funk right now. I got too much going on, and people ask me, so what are you doing Thursday night? I have no clue. I has no clues. It's a last minute decision. So here they are. Thank you, Nate. Cute little flowers. Background's gonna dry pretty cool. And shiny from the knockoff. So that's that, guys. So Lori calls it a flower pop, right? Gosh. She said what it was. But I try not to have too many names for things. I had to walk it on there. Thanks, Lori. It's not super messy either, which is a good thing. I like the glue in it, Sue, because the cells stay better. When you're doing anything with cells, you really want a binder, extra binder in your paint, so your cells stay structured. Hi, Tara. So the wind's kicking up here. So we're getting the storms coming from Florida. Thank you very much for sending that up this way. So we're supposed to have rain all day tomorrow. So I won't be filming anything tomorrow. It'll be too dark out here. Alright, let me get this cleaned up. And we'll do our next swipey thing. But before that, let's do a giveaway. I didn't do one on Monday night, but we're going to do one tonight. Brian, you cannot play. If you've won in the last 30 days, you cannot play. So I need to write a number down. And I'm going to stick it under the jar. So you can win 2 jars of paint on this giveaway. Brian's Annoying Green. And Christina's Laguna Shimmer. These are colors that I'm discontinuing. Oh, the black I'm using Amsterdam Expert Series Oxide Black. I think that works the best for cells. I like it better than Golden's Carbon Black, and that was my go-to. But I quit going to it because that one works better. So I ordered more of it. Okay. I have my number under here. At least now you can see them. Okay, so if it's the first time you're joining me, welcome. So we like to do a giveaway here and there. How we do it is you guess a number between 1 and 50. If you live, and you're just going to type it in the chat. If you live in the United States, I will ship this to you free of charge. If you live outside of the U.S., you have to pay the shipping. So is everybody ready? It is super thick shell. On your mark, get set, go. No, Alan doesn't win. I hope I can watch these numbers. There it is. I have a winner, Cecilia Jacobs. Congratulations. This one's going to be flying to Canada. Congrats, girl. Oh, sorry. Number was 11. I knew I'd see that better on the screen than any other number. So, congrats. Stop, everyone, please. We have a winner. Alright, if you're just coming in and you didn't see it, I'll show you again. You ready? We have a puppy head here with a skeletal system. And then we have a puppy head here. Gosh, I wish they would have sent me better views. They only did one x-ray though. They don't want to put her through more than one. And then there's one behind this that they could see the head and measure. And then they said there could be some behind. She's saying 3 definitely, possibly 4. She did not say 5, but you never know. There could be 2 or 3 over on the other side. But I will take the 3 and love them dearly and cry when they go to their new homes. And I will clean up all their poopy. Because I will love them. And I will love them and squeeze them and hug them and call them George. I probably will name every single one of them. And you guys will get to see them. I don't know if I'll do videos or if I'll just bring them out here on Monday nights and show off and put them back. Alright, so for my next trick, the most sought out technique by most of my viewers is the reverse swipe. Brian does them all the time, and we still get people that say, I've never seen this before. Well, I did them years back. Brian started doing them, and I'm like, let Brian do them. I'll stick with my flip and drags. So, tonight I'm going to show you how I do them, which is very similar to Brian. He uses his OXO. I don't use the OXO. Yes. So when we went to the vet, let me just tell you something. Her name is Miranda. She came in, she looked at Finn, and she goes, what did you do? Because when he got her, he was just 8 months old. So that's very young. I'm just glad she's not having like 10 puppies. 8 puppies. So, yeah. What do you mean, Brian, nobody likes you? I love you. Not because I have to either. So just to mix it up a little bit, let's do it on a rectangular canvas. So just poke myself with a push pin so I can show you how I stretch it on that. Because Brian usually does rounds or squares. Got a boo-boo. Alright, I need my hammer. Just going to hammer these in real quick. So, my shopping adventure tomorrow will be a whelping box. Fun. We were going to do a puppy pool, but she's going to be in my bedroom. I don't want to listen to the plastic. So I'm going to buy her a whelping box. So we're very excited, because now I'm going to be Fergie. That's what Julie already told me. She's going to call me Fergie. Or Fergie for Grandma. Have you done an oval, Brian? I don't remember ever seeing you do an oval. Yeah, it's a nice size for her first litter. And she said they're running on the small side, but they grow that last 2 weeks. They're going to be big. I'm just glad it's not a singleton, or it'd be a huge puppy, because that might run into problems. Okay, so first we're going to do a flip cup in the middle of the canvas. And I'm going to use silicone because I want the cells. And I'm probably going to do a black background because I want it more galaxy. Like Brian loves to do the galaxy type pours. So in order for you to really see how the cells come up, the black works the best. The white is kind of too heavy and sometimes holds that down. Okay, so I gotta move this so I can get there. I got stuff everywhere, ornaments everywhere. I got dried ornaments everywhere too, which is a good sign, because they're all gonna get resin this weekend. Okay, so I want to use some bright colors, but I also want to use a couple metallics. Get out of the way, Jug. Okay. So I want to use lemon lime shimmer. And I think I'm going to use the Beach Retreat 2021 because I want to use it up. There's just a little bit in there. And let's go with Old Gold. And I could probably put Knockoff in there. And then for contrast, oh, what the heck. Let's use Masquerade Shimmer. Okay, let me fill my cup first. I love the Old Gold too. It's fun to mix it too. But sometimes when you buy it, if there's, I call it brown sediment on the top, where it's separated, just stir it. It's just the additive that I put in to tone it down. They sure are, Vic. All my stuff is for sale. All you gotta do is email me. The box that I did last Saturday premiere, it's already sold. Well, pending. So, nothing sold until I have cash in hand, right? But she did say she wanted it, so. I'm going to get to use up 2 of these. Yay. Alright. So I am going to put gold on the bottom, just a little bit. Just to cover the bottom of my cup. So I forgot to spray it. I am going to spray it. It's not too late. I'm going to use that WD-40 silicone spray. I don't have enough paint in there to worry about it. Yeah, Brian, she can't do lengths. She doesn't, she's on her tablet. She doesn't know how to do that stuff. Alright, so there's the Beach Retreat. Look how long it took us to get you to do lengths, Brian. That was the Shelley's Masquerade Shimmer. Let's do Lemon Lime. Not a ton of that because that will take over. And I'm going to go back with, let's go back with the Masquerade because I need something dark on top of that knockoff. I do want to put a nice amount in there with the black. It'd be pretty. That's okay, Joella. Alright, back with the Beach Retreat. Old Gold. Masquerade Shimmer. Lemon Lime. Some more Masquerade Shimmer. And some Knockoff. And then I'm going to try to use up that Beach Retreat. There's not a lot left in there. So I want to show you this, guys. So my bottles are lined. So now, oops. So that is empty now. So all I have to do is wash the cap. I'm just going to take that liner out and I'm going to throw it away. Easy peasy. Put a new liner in. After I wash the cap, just fill it. Okay. Old Gold. I really want to use this up. Alright, we're filling this cup. We're going to have a lot of paint. So I want to use up the lemon lime. And there it goes. Same thing. Just put my caps over there in my jug. Just going to pull that off. I do have a rubber band on these, but they're no good after you've used them once because they're already stretched out. So I buy these elastic bands from Shine. You get a whole bunch for like $1.50. Okay. Shine is like my friend. I'm always buying stuff from there. Especially the dogs' clothes, because they're like $5 for a sweater. I'm not going to go out and spend $20 for a dog shirt. But I'll spend $5. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that. Now, I didn't get the WD-40 on the bottom of that cup, so we're not going to see that release. The liners I have in my Amazon shop, the 8-ounce bottles take like a 3x10 or a 3x12. The big bottles, these are the wide mouth bottles that I buy from Webstaurant. These take a 5x12. You want it to be able to open up inside the bottle and not be crunched. So go for a 5-inch. But it's so much better, less washing. The only thing you have to be careful is when you're putting the cap on, you want to hold that liner super tight and screw that on and so it doesn't twist inside the bottle. If you can see it twisted inside the bottle, open it up and try to do it again, because your paint won't come out if you twist it. I think I might want to use my base coat because this black is kind of thick. Let's see where my base coat. Maybe I'll mix it half and half. Hi, cat. No, this base coat's not too thin. Let's leave in a little mound. I think we'll be alright. So I'm not going to use the thicker paint. You can, but you'll get better results with a thinner base. Too late, Joella, I read it. And it's probably because I have it set at normal latency. So I'm going to go around. I am going to get these little edges here. That one was a whoops. That's okay. It's just paint. And it's only a couple cents worth of paint, because it's mixed so much with water and all the other fun stuff. I'm just going to get this over the edge, because I got to have enough to pull onto that paint. So this is where the fun part is, guys. That's when you swipe over the paint. And this doesn't matter. I'm just putting it out there so it'll pour off faster. Okay, I better get my swiping tool ready. So I'm going to cheat tonight. And I'm going to use a swiping card. Alright, so let's pull it. You know what? I don't know if that'll be stiff enough. It might, though. Let's try it. My paint's going that way, so I want to come back this way. So here's my ring of my heaviest paint. So I'm grabbing just a little bit, and I'm going to pull it over. You want to wipe each time so you don't take other paint and put it in the bottom. Whoops. This is done easier on a spinner, if you got a spinner. I'm not seeing any of that colored paint on my swiping tool. That's why I'm not worried about wiping it off. Flip it. So you're just kind of picking up that outside edge and swiping the black over. Okay. me wipe that off. We've got time. I'm just throwing everything in the garbage can. It's falling off my table and going in the garbage can. That's fine. Yeah, the splishing is the fun part. Alright, so that's clean out. I don't have to worry about that now. Okay, let's torch. So my silicone's getting warmed up and my cells are starting to pop. I hate when that whites out. That's the only bad thing about black paint on camera. Alright, let's stretch it out. Let's see what we get. Now I gotta bring you back up, darn it. You're here, Joella. Okay. So I have a ton of paint on here. I can stretch all I want. And I like my stuff to be like a surprise. Like I don't want a lot of cells to pop up at first. I like to watch how it changes as it sets. But you want to be careful you're not pouring off that whole flip cup underneath either. So I have also found that when you're doing these, if you have a heat gun, it actually works better than a torch for these, because you don't have to worry about burning your paint as much, and you're just getting the heat. That's what I started out using before I bought a torch. So as I torch this, these cells are going to pop up from the silicone underneath. And I guarantee you, this will look nothing like this in an hour. Because you can already see it here. And I just hit it with the torch there and it popped up a bunch of little cells. But see that spot right there? That's all going to come up through yet. Yeah, the heat gun I think works better for these Bri. I'm always afraid I'm going to burn the paint because you really want to leave that there long enough for that silicone to come up. If you don't use as much paint as I did, you can end up having, you know, if I used a bigger canvas, this probably would have worked better. But I'm just trying to show you that you don't have to work on big canvases all the time to play around with these techniques. These are great starter techniques to like build on. It gets you more comfortable with doing things, and then you can go and try some of the harder stuff. This stuff is not hard that I'm teaching you. So I'm going to let that sit. We're going to sit and chat for a few minutes and watch it change a little bit. So does anybody have any questions that I can answer while my hands are clean? Yeah, you can spray it with the silicone spray, Joanne. You can wipe it with your hand on the inside so you don't have a puddle in the bottom. I forgot to spray it first. Normally I would kind of like move it around with my hand, but make sure you wipe your hand off before you touch your canvas. And then that way when you flip the cup, all the paint releases out of the cup and it's on the canvas. Yeah, you won't get this if you don't have silicone in your paints. So let's say you're sitting at your workstation and you have all these little cups of paint. Put a drop of silicone in them. Do the reverse swipe. It's simple. Use them up. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate you. Oh boy, I can just feel some of that anxiety leaving my body now. I'm feeling better. Can you see it all coming up? It's all getting bigger. I do like the lemon lime in these pours. It just kind of pops against the black, and I always try to use a turquoisey color. The knockoff is kind of there and here and there. It's not everywhere. The masquerade is kind of inside of some of those cells. Some cells are peacocky, which is kind of cool. Well, I'm not saying it's so simple that you can do it, Brian, but I'm happy that you found a technique that is your niche. Every artist should have one technique that is their niche, that they're good at. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get buyers. And then, when the sales start going down, go to something else. Try something else. But you should always have that niche. I always have my flip and drag with the airbrush blowout. I still sell those to this day, but not as many as I used to. That's why I branch out and try other things. Blooms, I have no trouble selling my bloom stuff. The functional art stuff that sells by itself. I know, Shell, I'm trying. Susan, why are you asking Vicky for money? You guys are funny. Yeah, I've never done a reverse swipe on a large canvas, Brian. I think it would be interesting. But I did go back and watch some old videos the other day. It was kind of fun to see what I was doing on the lives. Traveling ring pourers and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, why don't I do those anymore? I was having fun. Our Monday nights years ago were a riot. We had like almost 100 people there. I don't know why we quit doing that stuff. Well, Alan quit painting with me. That's one thing. I lost my sidekick. You did, Kathy, but let me show you. I'll show it one more time. Because I'm so proud of her. She did not have to be sedated. She went in and laid down. She got her nails cut and didn't cry. She was a good girl. Alright. Normally she screams when she gets her nails cut. Alright, let me tap on it. Make it bigger. Alright, so I'm going to bring it up. This is a head. And this is a skeleton system. There is a head behind there that this one goes to. And then there's one over here on the bottom. So that's 3. She said there could be 1 or 2 behind her, but she's thinking just 1, if that. So we're planning on 3. So if she has more than 3, good for her. I'll still be with her when she has them, but I'm planning on 3. See how nice it's getting? The more we sit and let it do its thing. Joella, the best way to start out selling is your local coffee shops. Local craft stores. You like the little gift shops. Go in and talk to the owners. They will commission you. They'll want their little bit, but make sure you mark up enough to make the money that you want from them. Also, I've done Marketplace. I've sold my resin tables on Marketplace. And I've sold a few paintings on there, the big ones that I had. I'm planning on going back to Marketplace because we have so many people living in our area now that I could probably sell a lot of paintings. But check out your local Marketplace on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Rent a spot. Set up and rent a spot. Do your own show. Advertise it like crazy and do your own show just to get your name out there. And if you, yes, that's me too. I live in a small rural area too, but if I drive 15 minutes, I have a gift shop. I have a deli where they do the wall. I have not been back down there to talk to them. They were going to give me a month. Her son was giving me a month, and then he moved away. So he didn't write my name down on the list, so I didn't get in that year. But I wanted to get in before Christmas, so now they have a waiting list. But I'll go back down and talk to them. We're actually kind of friendly with them, so we'll do that. But I'm so busy that I really don't have a lot of time to do a show. But it doesn't hurt to at least do one. Like, I used to do jewelry shows like crazy. Like, every craft fair I could get into, I did in the area. Just in our area. I didn't go far away. And I used to have good sales. But that's jewelry. Yeah, I would love to just, like, have a building and just set up and, you know, teach acrylic pouring and sell my paintings on the wall and functional art. Do all my work while I'm there, when I'm not busy. But I just don't want to, I'm getting too old to do that now. I don't want to make that change, so. Well, you know what? If you want sales, Joella, that 45 minutes will mean absolutely nothing to you when you're putting money in your pocket. So, just try. Give it a shot. It doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask a shop owner, hey, can I put some stuff in here? I'll give you a commission. Or they may say to you, I take 25%. So then you say something you were going to tell them was $25. Say, well, this is $28. Or this is $32. So you make sure you're getting some of that money back. But the more you sell, the more your name gets out there and the more people see your art. And then if you're handing out business cards, they're going to call you for commission work. Yeah, holiday pop-ups are great, Mary Ellen. You'll do really well. I know, Kathy. We're happy about it. I'm just glad there was puppies in there, and I'm glad there was more than one. So, I did cuddle her in bed last night. I laid my hand, I tucked it under her tummy, and laid my arm on top of her tummy. And I felt movement here, and I felt movement here. So I knew there was at least one moving around in there, or it was a really big gas bubble. So, but it was fun. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to dismiss you from class now. I'm not sure what we're doing next week. If you want to see anything, please email me and let me know what you'd like to see. I'm trying to cram all this stuff in for you before the end of the year. But I can't think of anything that we haven't really covered. So, it's okay, Susan. Good night. So if you think of anything you want to see, shoot me an email. If I've already done it, I will give you the link to when I did it during a tutorial so you can check it out. But I love you all. Take good care of yourselves. I do have a premiere for Saturday. It's a beautiful box top. And it's not set to music. I talk through it. So I go through the whole process with you. So it's kind of a tutorial. But I'll see you guys then. Come and hang out with me at 7 p.m. Eastern on that. And Brian is live Sunday at 8. And then we'll be back here Monday. So, bye guys. Have a good night. My mouse is not sliding. There it goes. Good night.